What's going on, guys? This is Lunchy, and today I have a pretty different type of video. I don't usually do videos like this. Well, technically, I've never done a video like this. It's going to be pretty much unedited. I'm just going to record from start to finish, um, going over the campaign demo for Halo Infinite that was shown last night at the Xbox Showcase. Before I jump into it, though, I kind of just want to say I understand this game is still in development, and I think it's important to be constructive, give constructive feedback. I think for most people that I've spoken to were a little bit disappointed by the presentation, and especially Halo Infinite. There are a lot of good things I have to say about this demo that I will touch on as I go through. But there obviously is some things that I feel like I need to talk about and kind of just, go on a little bit of a rant. So, I don't know, yeah, let's just jump into it, I guess. I just want to start off by saying this main menu looks amazing. I'm hoping this is the main menu for the actual game or something like this because it looks pretty good. And I like how there's like little chickens running around. It's kind of cute. I'm gonna skip the little intro at the start, little cutscene. It looks really good visually. Definitely gets me hyped, but I kind of just want to talk about the gameplay because that's kind of that's the important thing. So, all right. I guess like right off the start, I mean, taking a look at the overall look of the game, I'll be honest. I'm not really sure what's going on in the background there. It kind of looks Minecrafty. I'm not really a big fan of it. I know a lot of other people have kind of brought this up, and I've seen a lot of jokes around it being like Lego and Minecraft and Murder Miners if you play that game. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I think it's to do with the Halo Wars. If you played Halo Wars 2, there's that kind of idea that they're building the ring or it's under construction and that the Forerunner something. I don't know. Some lore nerds might be able to explain this to me, but overall, I mean, just looking at it, to me, doesn't look that good. The AR especially really didn't. It kind of looked like they forgot to texture it, but like I said, it's an early build. Hopefully, as the game, we get closer to the game, we'd start to see some improvements. And we see hit markers are back. Get to see some grunts. Oh, here we go. Okay, here's something I really want to talk about. Well, I guess we can just talk about the grunts first. Kind of looks like they've gone back to the classic style with those like face masks, which I really like. I don't know if you guys can hear the game sound, but sounds like a little I don't know. The AR sounds kind of weak. I don't know. That's really nitpicking though. But yeah, I don't know. I just wasn't too impressed with the assault rifle. This is what I want to talk about though. The hexagons. When you recharge your shields. Not a big fan. I'll be honest. It's pretty intrusive. Like it looks like it could. I'm hoping that maybe they're just testing the waters, see what people think, and they might change it out. I like the simplistic just kind of screen that would just come over a little like that little flash that would just like kind of go over your screen when you recharge shields. I don't think that this is the way, to be honest. Especially if you were playing multiplayer and you're recharging your shields. So we got the banished Phantom. Kind of looks like a object in Forge, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, we get to see the top of it for a little bit, Definitely looks better on the top. Like you can see, like it's got a bit of texture to it, but I don't know. It looks like, I think honestly it feels like a lighting, like it's more of a lighting thing than like a texture thing. Like it just doesn't look like the shadows, or like the so you've got like these kind of like plasma uh like boosters not really like reflecting off anything really. It kind of, there's no glow to it. It just looks a little weird to me. Obviously you got like the kind of like lens flare at the top and the lens flares on the back, but yeah, I'm not really sure. And then of course we got sprint back. I know a lot of people. It's a, well, very controversial topic. Sprint versus no sprint, classic versus new. But I'm okay with sprint. I prefer no sprint. I'm more of a classic Halo fan, but I understand. Like some people like it, so it's not a big deal. As long as it's balanced in multiplayer, I think. And one thing to keep in mind, though, I want to bring up is look how slow he goes when sprinting. I thought this was interesting. It almost like barely increases your movement speed. So something to keep in mind that I thought was really interesting is, yeah, once he activates sprint, it's a very small increase. I don't know. Thought it was weird. All right, so yeah, taking a look at the Warthog. Looks pretty good. So this is the new I guess campaign mini map or something. Or I'm not really sure. One thing that kind of worries me though is if they kind of go down the Destiny route where it is a non-linear campaign. I'm kind of worried that they'll put too much emphasis on quantity over quality. And that's one of the reasons I didn't play Destiny, is I felt like it didn't feel like I was invested in the story. I wasn't, you know, yeah, I just wasn't emotionally invested in the story. I didn't care about the characters. And Halo to me has always been a game that has had a great story that you can really get immersed in. And this kind of worries me if it's kind of more like little mini quests, like side quests. But they've had a long time to develop this, so I'm hoping that I'm hoping that it has a good story. The environments look pretty good. I mean, like, besides that weird blocky look, and besides the texture pop-ins, which I'm gonna get to later, because I don't know, I found it a little weird. We get a look at the pistol. I don't think this is the Magnum. I think it's just a different sidearm. I have like the YouTube stuff up, but it should say on the bottom right. It kind of looks like the Halo 2 pistol. Not a big fan, but I don't know. It's fine. So this is the gun, the Commando. It's a little interesting. Kind of like a heavy assault rifle, maybe replacing the saw, I'm assuming. We got the brutes back, the monkeys. So that was this bit's like, oh, what have I done? I've ended it. This bit's pretty interesting. He picks up I think it's a drop wall. I gotta find out. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, okay. So he picks up the wall. I think this is kind of interesting. I mean, we've got equipment returning now, as it looks like. I wonder how this is going to come into play in multiplayer. Obviously had equipment in Halo 3. I think most people really liked it as a pickup on the map. moving away from the loadouts and stuff that you see in Halo 4 and stuff like that. I think, yeah, this is kind of interesting. Especially he can shoot through it as well, so it's like a one-way shield. So this kind of weirded me out. I don't know, like I'm probably nitpicking here, but like this kind of weirded me out. He's so grapples. So obviously we got a grapple, which I don't know. I'll get to later on. I mean, honestly, if it's a pickup on the map, like it's not a big deal. I'm okay with that. I just hoping that it's not, or maybe if it's just for campaign. I'm just hoping it's not the meta around multiplayer, because like I said, I'm more of like a classic Halo fan. And the art style is very classic looking. I mean, it looks very much like Halo Wars 2 mixed with like a Halo 3 look. This kind of weirded me out. So essentially it sticks the brute, explodes, and then there's like a weird like 2 seconds where he's just alive. I don't know. I don't know. Does sticky grenades not do any damage anymore? Like usually in the previous games, you stick someone, that was it. Or at least their armor would like crack off, you know what I mean? Like there was more like, I don't think, like his helmet kind of came off, but that was it. This bit is, I want to talk about this. So, I've already talked about how I'm not really a big fan of this Forerunner building look. I don't know what it is. But, one thing that I need to talk about is, for a lot of people, I mean for everyone, this is the first time we're really seeing Halo Infinite, right? So they need to wow us, right? They need, for the general public, if this is exciting to them, if this looks good to them, there's a higher chance that they might pick it up later on, right? This is the first time exposing it to the world. And one thing that it kind of annoys me is, as Chief's going up the lift, we see all these texture pop-ins, and so half the geometry just gets deleted in the background. Now it comes back again randomly, all the smoke. Like, I know graphics aren't everything. I'm a big advocate of, gameplay over, over quality of the look of the game, over the graphics of the game. But this is a AAA title, and seeing that type of texture pop in, missing geometry, and this, I don't know, just this blob of, I don't know what this is, Forerunner wall. It kind of scares me a little bit moving forward, but I understand, like I said, it's an early build. I just thought I'd touch on it because I don't know, kind of weirded me out. The music sounds very much like classic, like Halo 3. Oh yeah, this is like, this kind of like weirded me out too. So I've already roasted this flying beetle, but it almost looks like someone's like holding it on like a string, and they're like dangling it, like like they're just holding it, and it's just like kind of wobbling in the air. It gets to a point where it just like right there, it just like stops and then decides, oh, I gotta recorrect my, I don't know, just look, I'm not a astronaut or a space expert, but I feel like they wouldn't do that in the air. I don't know. So we got some new guns here. I think it's interesting that they go by percentage. And we've got the Carbine. Previously the Carbine being a single shot. Now we're actually going to have this is the Pulse Carbine, which I actually kind of like. I mean, I think it looks quite nice, and having it a 3-round burst is quite interesting. This is the Mangler. This kind of looks like a Mauler from I mean, I'm assuming that's kind of what they wanted to do, like it kind of design it looking similar to the Mauler, considering that they're both, you know, they're both brutes. But I really wasn't a big fan of the look of this gun, and I think he did like a scan as well, like a vision scan or something. Yeah, so it shows like the objectives. I don't know, that's kind of cool, but I can see the grapple hook in action. So it kind of seems like it's more of like a precise, like a Mauler. Like, so it's kind of just like single shot. What would I kind of? In a way, it's like the bolt shot. Because I mean, bolt shot obviously had that like one shot. I don't know, like a sidearm that was quite powerful. This is like really interesting though. You can grapple items to you. So I wonder how that's gonna play out in multiplayer, stuff like that. Will you be able to grapple like power weapons back to yourself, or I don't know. It's kind of interesting. But he picks up the fusion coil. Fusion coils look pretty different. I don't think I'm a big fan of the look of them though. They look maybe a little bit too basic. Like if you have a look inside this building, like these yellow crates and just, I don't know, it just kind of looks. It would be cool if there was like maybe like some weird like energy stuff moving around. Like maybe it's just the YouTube video. You can't really see like as well inside it. And you can throw fusion coils now. That's kind of weird. We got shade turrets. Cool. So this is the new shotgun, the Bulldog. I read in the Waypoint post that this is essentially replacing the old shotgun, which I'm pretty sad about, because I don't think that replacing iconic, you know, look, the iconic look of a lot of the weapons is the go. But I don't know. I guess, you know, they do need to add more weapons and whatever, but I feel like they should add weapons rather than replace. Hopefully the OG weapons make their way back in though, because you do see. I think we get to see the battle rifle in the other video. The assault rifles here as well, but I don't know. Like, it would be nice. So like at the end, he throws a grenade, and it has like the hit marker. I'm a little worried about the hit markers because in multiplayer, that's always been something that the community has been very much against. You know, obviously you're sitting in the corner and you know, waiting for an enemy to run past or whatever. They throw a grenade in, they get that feedback that you're there. They can just run in, like, you know, they can just nade off spawn, know exactly where you are off spawn, stuff like that. It's just, I think a lot of people aren't a fan of it because it rewards just too much, the amount of information it gives. But I mean, this is campaign and it was a sticky, so it's interesting. Just something to keep in mind, I guess. And the range on that shotgun was pretty big. Looks like a pretty decent like range for that shotgun. And obviously you'll be able to grapple to enemies as well, which I found that's kind of interesting. I'm gonna skip to the end of this video, kind of taken a look at the brute. I don't know if it's just me. It doesn't. I don't know. Like, I think it's his teeth. I think the rest of him looks alright. It's his teeth. Something about his teeth just doesn't look. They're too shiny. I think that's what they're too shiny. Like they just don't look right.
True test of legends. Our story will outlive us both.
gonna leave it at that. With that little cheeky grin. I don't know, I feel like I covered most of it. Overall, I think the trailer or the gameplay demo was a little disappointing. We didn't really get to see that much. The new mechanics. We've got grappling. We've got a bunch of new guns, and obviously the new campaign, like mission select stuff like that. I think, like I said, that I feel like they needed to wow people, and I personally didn't feel like I wasn't really wowed, Hopefully with the campaign, like moving forward, getting the multiplayer demo and kind of seeing the game in a more finished state and a newer version of the build. Excited to see how that turns out, but just based on just first impressions, well, not first impressions, I guess, second impressions of this. My first impressions of me screaming at there not being, for there being sprint. It's on Twitter. I don't know. But, I don't know, I guess we'll have to wait and see. That's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else to say. I don't know, if you stuck around this long, you're a beast. Yeah, I might just end the video now. So, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys later.